Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. And we are back with our Master Life Health Certified Coach, Jodi Scott. Law of Attraction, right? How should I say it? You're a coach and you handle a lot of different areas, especially focusing on the law of attraction, right? And relationships.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So I'm a life prosperity coach and educator, online educator for women. So I am all about helping women who are ready to dare to prosper, like financially, in their relationships, their bank accounts, their lives. That's my focus.
Could you tell us a little bit about yourself? What brought you here? How did you become this type of coach? What inspired you to get here on this journey?
Yes. So I've been doing this a long time, since 2009. I was using a coach myself. I was kind of trying to do a career transition. And in working with this life coach, she said to me, I'm really learning a lot from you. Maybe you should consider becoming a life coach. And so she put me in touch with Martha Beck, who is, editor to Oprah's magazine, Oprah magazine, and one of the contributors to the OWN network. And so I went to Arizona. I live in British Columbia, Canada. I traveled down to Arizona and I trained for almost a year with Martha to become one of her life coaches. And so that's kind of what got me into it. And it was my very first call with Martha. It was just like, the lights came on, because, as she's describing what life coaching is, I thought, I've been doing this my entire
whole life without even having this title, let alone the training. You already had it, but you still got certified and did the right thing. But it was just something innate from within.
That's right. Yeah. I didn't know it had a name. It wasn't like in high school where it wasn't an option back then to be a life coach. It wasn't even a thing. So, yeah.
Well, it's exciting to have you here. And if you go to the website, it's jodiscottcoaching.com. Just want to point that out for everyone. I love how it says falling in love again. Discover the secrets to great communication and renewed intimacy and affection so you can connect the way you did before the kids, even if it feels like it's too late. I mean, I'm single. I have a 4 and 6-year-old. No time for relationships, but I want one. I want to be in love, but it's hard with children. So you're telling me you're also a relationship fixer.
That's right. Yeah. So that's part of an event that actually starts today. So it's like a free 2-week event for women. And it's really an event that, like you said, is really just designed for women who want to bring back the passion and the fun that they used to have in their relationship, so they can really start to connect again, before, even if they feel like it's been a while, or maybe it's too late. It's also an event for women that are maybe worried about their relationship, that, kind of thinking that, is it heading toward divorce, and they really want their relationship to work. So that event is also for them. And it's for women who've maybe forgotten who they are. They've kind of lost themselves in their relationship and they need to find their way back to themselves. And then what you were just saying, it's also an event for women who want to find happiness in a relationship again. So it's really an event that supports women wherever they are in their relationship journey. And it features 29 top industry experts, renowned speakers, coaches, authors, teachers, including myself. Also, Dr. John Gray, who's the best-selling author of the book Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, is going to be one of the presenters. So, the best part of this event is that, it really just meets women where they are in their relationship. But there's also a really great part of it is that every single presenter also has an additional free gift for the listeners. So myself, I have a free downloadable feel-good toolkit. And it also comes with a bonus self-care swag bag. So, for the listeners that get the feel-good toolkit, they get like an invaluable tool to help them connect with their own truth again.
Wow.
They'll find out, who they really, want, how they really want to feel for themselves, and like what their real truth is. They'll learn like where their power is not. And that's really important. That alone is a game changer. When we can find out like literally where our power is not, like we need to stop putting our energy there and stop wasting our energy on things where our power is not. Also, I teach them like how to release confusion and guilt by like really clarifying like what are your absolute yeses and what are your absolute nos, because we can spend so much of our time going in circles in our lives and our relationships when we don't have that clarity. So that's one of the things that they'll get in the Feel Good Toolkit. And they'll also receive printable emotional upgrade cards that are like little daily mini mind makeovers that just like help you to just feel good, like kind of just boost you up a little bit. So that's part of the Feel Good Toolkit. And then I also give them the bonus self-care swag bag, which is like a secret that I teach to like my highest clients, that gives women like the best high octane energy they can have to live their ordinary lives in an extraordinary way.
Awesome.
And yeah, and I know that we'll hear like self-care, they think, oh, she's just going to tell us to take another sea salt bath.
Yeah. And you're like, oh, it's time for that. All right, good. So wait, this is fallinginloveagainevent.com.
No. So if they go to my website, jodiscottcoaching.com, right on the homepage, right on the top.
Sign up now.
Yes, they can click on that image. It will take them right to the sign up page for this event.
Perfect. All right, good. Because in that image, it had the other email address. I was confused. And when is this event going now? From when to when?
Yeah, so it's a 2-week event. So it starts today. It goes 2 weeks. Every day there's 2 new presenters. And then the last weekend, the November 5th to 7th weekend, is a replay weekend. So you can catch up on any of the things that you missed.
This is amazing. I'm on it now. I see you there. And by the way, you talked about Mr. Gray, but what about yourself? You're also an author. Let's talk about your book, Joy Pie.
Yes. So my book, Joy Pie, 8 Simple Ingredients for Manifesting a Sweeter Life. This book came about, I wrote it last year. It was really, I kind of hit a rough patch in my life. I'd gone through a series of things. I was in an accident. I was injured. I lost a significant person in my life. And so I was dealing with grief. My children were teenagers and they were kind of struggling. So there was a whole host of things that were kind of going on in my life. And I started to kind of spiral down, which isn't me and isn't the way that I want to live my life. So I had to, really get honest with myself and say, okay, what am I doing that's not working in my life? And what do I need to do that is going to work? And I just thought to myself, like you, I'm a busy mom. I'm a solo parent. I have, a busy career. I don't need more to do. I need a simple recipe to follow. And I got to thinking I was going to be turning 50, and my partner always makes me a peach pie every year for my birthday. And so I was kind of thinking about that peach pie, and I was thinking about, what do I want my 5th decade of life to be like? And I was thinking, I want joy in my life, and I want my life to feel as sweet as that pie. And so this idea of, well, I want joy pie. Like, I just want to live joy pie in my life.
Yeah.
And I want a recipe for how to do that. So that's kind of how the book came about. And what it is I basically, there's 8 slices to a pie, and there's 8 ingredients that you can just substitute out of your life, like, perfectionism and fear and struggle and worry and complaining and achievement and comparison and love, all of these things that lack, that don't work in your life, right? And you can substitute them for things that do. And so it was like I substituted out that perfectionism for pleasure, and that fear for fun, struggle for satisfaction, and worry for wonder, and complaining for comparison, achievement for allowing, and comparison for care, and lack for love. And so by substituting out these ingredients in our lives, we change the quality of our lives. We
Yeah.
get different results in our lives.
Yeah.
And so it was just, it's such an easy recipe to follow, because I firmly believe that, like, women, we just don't need more to do. We need more to enjoy. Like,
Yeah.
we need to be able
Mm-hmm.
to enjoy our lives in a simple way. So I'm not about, giving women more to do. I'm really about, like, helping them live their life, they're just ordinary everyday life in the most extraordinary way, by giving them, like, simple ways to do that. So Joy Pie was my answer to be able to do that for myself and for my clients. And it was a game changer. It got my life back on track. It really, brought more joy in my life than I had before, actually, because I was more intentional about it and I knew the recipe for it.
Perfect. Well, it's awesome to hear about. You can get it on Amazon, your website as well, right?
Yeah, so I actually have available, it'll be going live this afternoon, a Joy Pie bundle. And it includes the Joy Pie ebook, the Joy Pie audiobook, as well as the printable Get Your Pie PDFs that help you to just kind of personalize the recipe for yourself. So it's the kind of, steps that I outline in the book. People can take them and they can just personalize them for themselves, just to really give them the full joy experience to their lives. So that will be
Got it.
available as a bundle on my website.
So exciting. All right. What else did you have in store for us today, Jodi, as far as your private coaching, your one-on-ones, group coaching? What did you want to discuss and share with your listeners today?
Yeah. So really, I want, women to know, like, I think we can get so busy with our lives, and
Yeah.
we just get so, caught into our to-do list, and
Mm-hmm.
we wake up every day, we hit the ground running, and we're on this treadmill all the time, and we just don't get this time to actually create our lives, right? We're only just going through the motions and existing. And one of the things that I think that it's really important for women to understand is, you are meant to feel good in your life. And I think we can forget that. I think we can get, so caught up in just checking things off our to-do list, and feeling like, well, this is just as good as life gets. This is as good as it gets. And my mission is, to make sure that women, my clients, get to the end of their life and they don't look back and say, where did it go? Like,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
why I missed out on living my life because I was so busy doing that I wasn't able to be who I wanted to be. I wasn't able to have the life that I wanted to have. So my mission really in working with women is just really helping women to be who they want and get what they want in
Mm-hmm.
their lives. And I do a program once a year, and it will be starting in January of 2022. That's called Be Who You Want, Get What You Want. And it's really a program for women who just want to figure out what it is that they really want for themselves, and begin to start to live that, instead of get to the end of your day and you're like, well, how did that,
Yeah.
change my life? How did it feel? Did I
Mm-hmm.
get to live the life that I wanted to live? So this is a 3-month event. It's limited. I only take a few women into this program each year, because it's a group coaching masterclass, but it's also has a personal component to it. And so, in order to work with my time, I can only take so many women into it. So it's just, it's offered once a year, small group of women who really want to upgrade their lives, their relationships, and their prosperity, claim their confidence, and, finally just be their true selves unapologetically. Like they
Yeah.
just want to live their lives without justification and just be who they are. And it's really a relationship it's about like just awakening that relationship to yourself, connecting to your own inner knowing and your strength, so you can just finally own your desires and believe in your dreams, and just unlock that personal power to lead your life and live your life the way that you really want to live it, so that you're truly prospering, really prospering. You're ready to really get as most out of life as you can, so that when you get to the end of your life, you can look back and say, damn, that was good.
Yeah. Wow. So why do so many of us have these limiting beliefs? What is it? Is it our past holding us back? Is it, I mean, a lot of us do. And do you still at sometimes, or are you an expert now where you got it mastered? Because a lot of us do it. And I'm guilty of it too.
Right. Well, I think a lot of it is just that conditioning that happens to us as we're growing up. We just kind of pick up these messages, whether they're
Mhm.
spoken or they're just kind of observed. We kind of pick them up, that say that, life is hard. It's meant to be hard. You have to struggle. If you want anything good in life, you're going to have to sacrifice. You're going to have to
Mhm.
struggle. And, I bought into that for the majority of my life. And then I, after going through, really difficult things myself, I just thought, you know what, I don't want to live the rest of my life like this. I really don't think I need to struggle in order to have a good life, because when I'm struggling, is that living a good life? Like, never, like more struggle never turns into a good thing. You're just going to get more struggle. You're just going to keep struggling.
Yeah.
It's not like it's going to be all of a sudden, the struggle is all of a sudden going to change and all of a sudden you're going to be enjoying your life. No, you have to enjoy your life. And I think we think that, if we struggle enough, we'll finally get to have what we want. But who's keeping track of that? Like, my question, and I wrote about this, is like, really, when a baby is born, you see this baby and, they can't hold their head up, they can't focus their eyes, they haven't achieved a single thing in life, but they are perfect. They're already perfect. And they don't need to earn their happiness. They can be happy. And we all want that for them.
Mhm.
So why is it that when we get older, now all of a sudden we have to earn our happiness? When did that change? Like,
Yeah.
weren't we all babies at one time? Like,
Yeah. Every single one of us.
yes, yeah. So it's a flawed belief that we've kind of bought into, that we need to struggle, we need to suffer in order to have a good life. And it just doesn't work that way, because, this universe operates by the law of attraction. So struggle is only going to attract more struggle. And so if you think that by struggling, you're actually going to get to happiness, it is never going to work that way for you. It's why the saying, the worse things get, the worse things get, is a saying, because that's what happens. And so really, it's like when you are able to start looking and focusing on different things rather than kind of the struggles in your life, or thinking that life has to be hard, and start having some new tools and some new strategies to start looking at your life differently, you will start to change the way you think, the way you feel. You will change then your energy, because your emotions create your energy. And so
Mhm.
by that, you're going to change what you attract, because we're all like big, magnets, big radio signals sending out our energy. And, the universe, the law of attraction, is going to bring back to us that same like energy. And so really, when we change what we're thinking, what we focus on, so that we actually feel good, and that's the key. You're meant to feel good in life. Feeling good is a good thing for you. It is good to feel good. And so when you can fully believe that, when you can take that into your heart and your soul and your mind and think, yes, it is good for me to feel good, that's a good thing, then you will give yourself that permission
Yeah.
to start to focus on things that feel good in your life. And it will change your life drastically, because the more that you focus on that feels good, the better you feel, the higher your
Your
energy.
vibration, and then
Exactly. Your energy is up here, and that's where all the good stuff is. Like all the good
yeah,
stuff is high vibration. So the more we get ourselves up there, the better we are, the better we're going to attract the things that really are the good stuff in life, the things that we really want, the great relationships, more money, the adventures, the experiences, the interactions with people, all of the good stuff that we want is high vibration. And so it's up to us to be able to accept that it is good for me to feel good and find ways in your life to do that. And that's my job as a coach, is I help you find those things in your life so that you can actually change your energy, change what you're attracting, and really get the life that you came here to live.
beautiful. And could you share? You don't have to mention names of some of your clients. I mean, some of the things you've done for them. What are they saying about Jodi Scott coaching?
Yeah, I just sent out a newsletter last week to my clients, and I got so many beautiful replies back from them. So many women just said, you know what, you helped me at a time in my life where I just was ready to give up. And what you taught me and, the tools that you gave me literally changed how I feel about myself, how I live my life. One of my clients lost 140 pounds. She is now had never been married in her life. In her mid 40s, she finally met the man of her dreams, is married to a wonderful man now. And, it turned her life around. I had another client who is, in her 60s, has never been able to drive by herself. Her fears of driving by herself have been so extreme that we've worked together for a number of years over different things, and then this has just kind of been a little side thing that we've been working on, and finally we kind of put our focus on it. And about 2 months ago, she sent me an email and said, I drove myself from like one city in Alberta, which is the province over from me,
Yep.
to a city out here in British Columbia.
Wow.
And she was like elated. Like she was just like, I like took back my power. I took back a part of myself
Yeah.
that I was hiding from my family. I never wanted people to know. I always made excuses why, oh, I don't feel like driving, you drive. Oh, I can't drive the car today. Always made these excuses. And now she said, I don't have to. I don't have to make excuses for myself. I can feel good about who I am. I have freedom like I've never had before. I can drive wherever I want, whenever I want. I don't have to do it on other people's schedule. Just like things like that, so many people have these things in their lives that they're struggling with, and they keep them to themselves, they keep them hidden, and they struggle alone with it. And you don't need to. You don't
Yep.
need to struggle alone with these things. Like, there's help out there. And, we all deserve to live just this beautiful, best life that we came here to live. And, if you're struggling, reach out and get the help you need, because you deserve to live, the best life you came here to live. You want to get to the end of your life and go, yeah, that was amazing. I lived it to the top of my, dreams. Like I got to have the life that I wanted.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Well, let me ask you, what is it? The dip your toe in intro session. Is that how it starts?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, you can go to my website, jodiscottcoaching.com, and you can, just click on that link, dip your toe into session, and you will be able to, get set up to just have like a session with me, just to kind of dip your toe in and figure out what coaching is all about, and just figure out if it's right for you. And we can really just talk about like what's going on in your life, how can it be better, how can I help you make your life better, and together we'll do that.
That is awesome. You're so positive. You're so inspirational. And we just have 2 minutes left already. It goes so quick. What else would you like to share before we go, Jodi?
Um, I just started a new Facebook group, and it's called Because She Can. And so it's really it's a private Facebook group for my clients and for women who are just really ready to, manifest for themselves joy, prosperity, love. So if that is your interest, if you are interested in that, if you want to manifest, more love in your life, more joy, more prosperity, then, go to Facebook, jodiscott.coach, and join my Facebook group called Because She Can.
What is it? Because She Can?
Because She Can. Yeah.
Awesome. And again, don't forget about this 2-week event. Remind us how we can get in touch with you there and join that.
Sure. Yeah. So if you visit my website, jodiscottcoaching.com, and Jodi is Jodi, jodiscottcoaching.com, right there on the homepage, you will see the icon, the image for the event. And you can just click on that. It'll take you right to the sign up page, and you can start listening today.
Great. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure speaking with you again and getting to see you like this. Thank you. And in closing today, one word of advice for us out there to better our lives.
Yes. So I would say, if you take away anything from this today, I would say take away this thought to ponder. It is good for me to feel good.
It is good for me to feel good. And pick up your copy of Joy Pie as well. Thank you again, Jodi Scott. Have a great day. Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house.
And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned. This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.